My earliest remembrance of fasting was in the late 70s. I was actually doing lawn maintenance for a vocation. I heard about fasting and I did a 3-day fast, and it just seemed on the third day, I felt like heaven drew so close to me. I knew at that moment that I would be living a life of fasting because I felt the intimate fire of the Holy Spirit. In the 80s, we got a burden for prophetic worship, that people get saved just during worship in our church. I mobilized 20 people and we fasted for 30 days, prayed every night for an encounter with God in worship. And on the 30th morning, on a Sunday morning, the Holy Spirit visited us. People started getting saved, and for weeks they got saved. In 1996, when Bill Bright called the world to 40 days of fasting, we started a 24/7 house of prayer, and we called for 40 days of fasting, and it was in that time I got my marching orders for my life. 3 dreams came to me. One, a scroll rolled down before me, and it said, "In yet 40 days, I'll send the rain." Another was I was calling the youth of America to fasting and prayer, and it was Joel's letter that I wasn't to lose. Joel, blow the trumpet in Zion, call a fast. And then I heard an audible voice during that fast, stretch forth a awakening rod over the earth. Will you do that? Out of that encounter in 1996, and even before that, we began to see that when we did extended fasting, we would see almost immediate breakthroughs. In fact, I began to think, why don't we fast all the time? Because people would get saved, there would be freedom and deliverance take place, movements would occur. So in 1999, a man spoke to me about calling the globe to 40 days of fasting for the first 40 days into the new millennium for the harvest. It was at that time the Spirit of the Lord began to confirm that that was my calling. We called global fasting. We don't know how far and wide it went, but for 20 years we have been fasting and praying, and God spoke to me. Before there was ever an original Jesus movement, there was an original Jesus fast. Jesus fast preceded the great breakthrough of the first apostolic era. Now, 20 years from the call, we are in a new time, a new season, and we hear the sound around the globe of fasting and praying 40 days like Jesus for a new breakout of worldwide manifestation of Jesus the evangelist. When Jesus said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because the Lord has anointed me to preach the gospel, to free the captives," that actually took place right after a 40-day fast. We believe the globe is ripe for a new Jesus fast and a new Jesus movement.